Hey guys, it's Brittany. I am here today to do my second hive inspection. I have had my bees for 2 weeks. I got them 2 weeks ago as a package and installed them. And last week I did my first inspection, and some of my foundation had fallen and they were drawing out some wonky comb. But I did see royal jelly and eggs in there. I found my queen. They were drawn out comb. So this week, I was hoping last week for it to be a short inspection, and it wasn't because I had to clean up some mess. I'm hoping, fingers crossed, that this week will be a shorter inspection. I don't want to invade on them too much. I just want to make sure that there are no more messes. See if I have some capped brood now, which I think I should. See if I see my queen again, signs of more laying, more drawn out comb, and just see how things are going inside the hive. So that sounds good to you. Keep watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Don't forget to check out Brittany's Botanical Bling, where I sell handmade items and indoor plants. One of the items that I make, I have my beekeeping veil that I made, which is on there, and you'll see here in a second, and lots of other things related to things I enjoy, beekeeping being one of them. So let's get into it and see what those bees are up to. All right, so I realized I said you would see my veil, but I don't have my second camera set up this time, so you wouldn't normally see it. So here's my veil. Um, so I've got my smoker going. I've got my top box off. I have my feeding system set up still, just in case I decide I needed to still feed them. And I have gotten a little sneak peek, which you probably can't see from there, but I can see, I've been able to see the past few days when I've been checking their feed that they are definitely drawing out comb in places that they weren't. So I'm excited to see what it looks like. I'm also a little worried after last week, you know, how it was a little messy. And I got this, I got my smoker going really nicely last time, and I hope this doesn't bite me in the butt, but it's not going as well as it was going for me last week. Just gonna have to make sure I keep pumping the bellows. Make sure it doesn't die on me. All right. And this time, one of the things I didn't bring that I was going to grab is rubber bands in case I needed to stick anything back on there. But hopefully won't need it. There's some bees under there, little beeswax. Okay. I'm just gonna, I probably won't see the queen right here at the top right away, but I'm just gonna kind of look. All right, this isn't stuck down in there with beeswax or propolis. So the foundation is staying on this one. I don't know what happened if you watched my first hive inspection. I don't know what happened, but I need to move this water. For whatever reason, the foundation on some of my frames decided that it wasn't going to stay on the frames, and it fell, and the bees just continued to do what bees do, and they drew out comb on it, and it was laying wonky, and they drew out comb. It was beautiful but wonky, so I had to kind of cut a few little bit off. Anyway, I don't know, some of it stayed and some of it didn't. Oh, that just scared me. I saw a piece of foundation with a little bit of drawn out comb in the bottom. I thought, oh no, another piece fell, but no, I slid some of the pieces in the entrance that I had taken off so that they could recover some of the beeswax and not have to actually remake that themselves since they had already done it. So that's all I was seeing at the bottom. Okay. pull this out slowly. I have not mastered my, oh, it's kind of sticking to the other frame, so they're starting to use little propolis. And so my queen spotting skills have not been proven. I did find my queen last week, but I kind of wonder if that was just luck. I don't know. But so I want to go very slowly, take my time, and not squash any bees, but especially not my queen. Okay, so they're drawing out comb this side too, and it's the foundation stayed, and it's working like it's supposed to. So that's nice. This one, they're just now starting to draw out, so there's not really much to see. I'm gonna flip it, see if I see my queen. I don't feel like I'm probably gonna see her on this one because they're just starting to draw this one out. I mean, I guess I could. I see drones. You boys better not be bringing in varroa mites, although you probably are. I did see quite a few drones in here from my original package though. So let's see if you can see. I'll try to point at an arrow on the screen because I don't think I can. Let's see if I can hold this and show you. So that big boy's a drone. That one's a drone. The smaller ones are worker bees. Now what I see here is drawn out comb. I see lots of pollen. To me, it just looks like stored pollen. It looks way too low. Oh, I see royal jelly, which should indicate eggs. It's so hard to see in the royal jelly with the sun reflecting off of it because there's this little sunspot in there. As I mentioned in the last video, I can certainly understand why people like black foundation because it gives something dark for the eggs to stand out on. You can just see them better because they're little bitty, like tiny rice specks. Let's see what the next one looks like. Since these should be more, have more going on. But yeah, they're just, the eggs are so tiny. They're like little grains of rice, but smaller than rice. I'm actually going to do a video. I have a microscope that can be attached. Oh, shoot. Sorry, girls and boys. More the girls because they can sting me. Give them a minute. I have a microscope that I can hook up to my computer that I originally got for my indoor plant keeping to check for pests and stuff. But I thought, oh, I can use that to look at some comb that I cut out and didn't put back in. And have a neat little video planned. And this, dang it, I don't know if the temperature is just making that bow, but you can see how that foundation is bowed out. I'm really leaning towards, like, from this point on, just doing just a strip of foundation. I don't want to make the whole thing full. Now I'm kind of wondering, should I just take this off? I wonder if I can just get this piece off. I don't know if you can see what I'm doing, but I'm just trying to cut off this little corner. Yeah, because it's bowed out, and I think I'm better off if I just take that off if I can. Hopefully it's just drawn out comb that has a little bit, which I hate to mess with, but I cannot have it going wonky and having cross comb. All right, I'm going to just put this back so they can retrieve that. Maybe press it into it. Maybe I can just do that. Okay. Now I want to take a look at what we've got going on here. Seeing lots of pollen. Drawn out comb. Haven't seen my queen yet. I did remember to bring a queen clip this time. So if I find her, I can just put her in there for safekeeping. That way I don't have to worry about injuring her during the inspection. The last time I didn't have a clip, I had a little tube thing with a sponge thing that you can use to mark the queen, and it worked, but it wasn't really ideal. This is like a Where's Waldo trying to find my queen. I'm not going to spend too much time trying to find her, but I would like to. But I do mainly just need to make sure that I see signs of her, which I feel like I do. I see royal jelly, which should be where, or is that just nectar? Because now that I see they're capping that off, but that looks like how they cap off honey, which I guess is possible. You can see here at the top where it's kind of bowed out there. To me, that looks more like what it would look like when they're capping honey. But I don't know. Have they had time for it to be honey? And it's not dark like honey. It's still clear. So I would think they would still have to fan it. But the brood would be more in the middle. So that would make sense for that to be nectar, to be turned into honey. And they have definitely been going out and working. Seeing lots of pollen, but to me, I don't know if you can see or not. There towards the middle, I see packed pollen, but to me, that's way too low to be capped off brood. I'm going to go to the next one and see. Let's see. I don't think this is the one. Last week, there was a frame that had 2 big portions of drawn out comb, and then it kind of had a section in the middle that I cut out because it was going sideways. And I think that might be this next one that I'm about to pull out. Or maybe the next one. Nope, I think it was this one. Yeah, they've filled in. Oh, a varroa mite. Dang you. It's a squashed varroa mite. Not a varroa mite. Small hive beetle. I also remembered to bring my small hive beetle trap things that came with my beekeeping kit, so I'll show that to you in a minute. And I remembered that, and I'm gonna put that in here. That's the first small hive beetle I've seen in person, and good grief, they're bigger than I thought. The varroa mites I know are smaller. More pollen on the legs, pudgy legs. See some butt wagging, tail wagging. More drones. I'm gonna go ahead and flip it and look at the other side, see if maybe she's snuck onto the underside. Man, some of these drones are big old fat boys. See some propolising going on. I think that's what she's doing. It's just on the wood there. Still not seeing a queen. That doesn't necessarily mean anything. I'm also not seeing capped brood. Okay, we'll move on to the next and see what we see. Good news is the comb that they're drawing out is within the frames and not going sideways or drawn out on fallen foundation wax. Oh, we're a little stuck there. Why are we stuck there? As I say that, watch this one be stuck together. They have, some of this is right here going between the two. Dang it. Yep, it's going to rip it right down the middle. Dang it. Girls, why'd you do that? Oh, they're hanging on to each other, chain link style. Okay, I hope I didn't damage brood. You know what, I'm going to smoke them a little. Step back for a minute because I'm tearing up their work. We'll put some smoke in there. to maybe lighten the mood a little. And that's not smoking as much as I would like for it to be smoking. That will make do, I suppose. All right, yeah, that piece is gonna fall. Dang it, some bees fell with it. Yeah. I'm not seeing the queen. I'm gonna do a quick look on this side and see if she went under here. I'm a little worried with the way they're drawing it out because this part is overlapping this one. That's what happened. This part over here is from where they're overlapping, and they were drawing out this side and went not the way that I wanted them to go. They were just doing it the way that they wanted to. I wish that they could, but then that would make it so that I am not able to inspect it, which is not a good thing. All right. I mean, I can't leave it there. Yeah, I have to do better job of getting my smoker started next time because this is not smoking like I would like for it to be smoking. Part of me wishes I would have marked my queen last week, but I just didn't want to risk injuring her. Okay. Don't be mad at me, girls, but I gotta take this off. Where does it start and stop? I can just take off a little bit and then push them together and then put this back in there. That would be lovely. Again, this is not the inspection I was hoping to have. I mean, I guess it hasn't been bad, but I wish they weren't drawing out wonky comb on me. I know that I can't leave it. Oh, that's wonderful too. Dang it. I know. I wonder if no, that's too crooked. That's too big of a piece, I think, to try to move. Did they go around? Yeah, they went around the wire there. Yeah, my only option really is to just cut out this piece. I don't know what you can learn from this. Maybe get your foundation on there a little better than I did, I guess, if you're going to use foundation. That would probably be the lesson to be learned here. Oh, there we go. I'm going to pull it off gently and not have it just fall off. Okay, I'm going to sit that there. Sorry, girls. Probably should take a peek and see if I see the queen. Don't want to trap her under there. I'll go back quickly. Don't want to tilt that. I guess I'm going to tilt it this way and press it onto the wire because they're kind of going out a little from the wire. Just want to press it on. So maybe they'll do a little bit of a better job of going where I want them to go. I wonder, I think this might actually be the one, maybe the one that I was talking about, having the two pieces, and then right here there was some comb jetting out this way, which I cut out last week. And I think they just didn't. I was hoping they would kind of bring them together, and I don't think that that's going to be what happens. Unless I really do a good job of matching them up with each other. This needs to be pressed down more if that's going to maybe be the thing that happens. Don't want to squash any bees under this against the wire, cut them in half or anything. Okay, do I feel like that's a little more lined up? Yeah, mostly. I'm going to try to get my hive tool in there and bring that this way. Okay. This one is really delicate in my opinion because I've cut on it, and because they're two pieces and the one isn't entirely around the wires for the stability. Okay, I have one, well, yeah, I have one more frame that they're working on. The others are still empty, kind of hanging on, but I don't think that the queen's going to be on this one. I just wouldn't think because there's not a lot here, but you know, maybe, I don't know. I'm not really showing you a lot, and I'm sorry. Oh, I found my queen. She was on this one. There she is right there. Yay, I'm glad I found her. I'm not gonna, since I'm on my last frame, I'm not going to mess with putting her in anything to separate her because I'm going to try to get this closed up soon. Well, now where'd she go? Trying to be all elusive. I know that was her. I know I saw her. And she crawled underneath and then, oh, there she is again. There she is. Let's see if we can get a better look at her. I can't see my screen, so I hope this is focusing and you can see her. That right there was the black body and more brown thorax and longer. That's my queen. She hit on me again. The thing that concerns me, I don't know if I should be concerned, but I'm not seeing capped brood. Like this, what I'm seeing looks like a bunch of pollen. I'm not seeing capped brood. And I saw royal jelly and eggs last week, so they should be capped. So it's a little concerning to me that I'm not seeing capped brood. My understanding is capped brood should be uh, level with drawn comb, and I'm not seeing that. I feel like this probably has eggs in it, and if that's the case, I need to maybe put this on there somehow for them. And see, last week, the pieces I had cut out, I saw clear liquid in them with the naked eye, and I videoed after I got the hive closed up. And when I zoomed in on my video, I could actually see the eggs. I did let them, I sat the pieces I cut out at the landing board and they took the royal jelly back, but um, I could see later that the eggs were still in there, which was unfortunate. I think I'm gonna sit it over here for now. Come back to that. I'm gonna try, let's see, I'm gonna start putting these back. I'm gonna take another look and I'm gonna try turning. Sorry, ladies. Oh, they're so cute when they're holding on to each other. Can you see that down there? They're holding on to each other like a little chain link fence. Turn this way where the sun's shining on the side that I'm looking at and not behind it. See if I can maybe see eggs and not just a reflection of the sun. Ooh, some red pollen. I don't know if you can see that. Oh, on the back of the legs there. I saw some green pollen. It was like an olive green. I saw yellow pollen and some reddish orange pollen on my tray that I have down under my screen bottom. Oh, oh! I just caught a glimpse, and then a bee walked over, and I really don't think you're going to be able to see it. Caught a glimpse over in this area. I think I see eggs with no royal jelly. I'm just going to hold it still and hopefully you'll be able to see as the bees move, and maybe I can zoom in on the footage once I go to edit. But on this edge where it's more white beeswax, I feel like I saw an egg. And I am, like I said, I definitely am seeing eggs in there. They just don't have the royal jelly yet. Okay, that makes me feel better. Although I am concerned I'm not seeing capped brood. Or is that capped brood? Is it maybe that they're capping it, but it's just not completely full? I'm just thinking out loud here and I'm learning as I go. I mean, I did take classes and stuff, but this is my beginning part of hands-on learning. You know, you see stuff in pictures and videos, but then seeing it in person right in front of you is completely different. So I'm gonna have to look that up, and I'll edit and add my findings. But maybe this is capped off brood, but they're in the process of capping it, you know, and it's not completely full. Because see, I hope you can see that. I can see where they're packing it with pollen, and all around it, you know, there's some with pollen and there's some with royal jelly. So maybe that's just them packing it with pollen, capping it off with pollen, but they're not finished. And that's why it's not leveled off with the top of the honeycomb. I think that might be what's going on. So, but I am seeing eggs in there. So maybe that's, I think that's what I'm realizing. I need to be looking for eggs in empty cells because you're not, it's going to be really, really hard to see them once they put the royal jelly in. That's the lesson to learn from this for new beekeepers, which I am myself. But a lesson that I think I have learned is that, well, hello there, there's a bee on my veil. When you're looking for eggs, don't look where they've already put royal jelly because you're probably not going to see the eggs. I saw it in my footage that I looked back at and zoomed in on, but with the naked eye and a veil on and the sun gleaming on the glistening on the reflection of the royal jelly, I was not able to see it. I am not able to see it, but I can see eggs in the empty cells before they put the royal jelly in. So I found my queen and she is laying. So I'm going to call it good for now. I did see one small hive beetle. I do need to get my small hive beetle traps in here. I have not seen any small hive beetles. That's the first one I've seen in my hive. I haven't seen any under my screen bottom board. I think they'll fit through the wire mesh that I used. I think I read that they will fall through that. The varroa mites definitely will. Okay, I'm back. Got my rubber band. Okay, I am just going to, let's see, I'm going to push these back this way. Okay, I'm going to go with this one. Yes? Okay. Hopefully this works. Hopefully you can see this. I'm gonna put this rubber band on and see if I can get it to stay, see if I can get that piece to stay in place. That way they can keep the eggs and whatever resources are in this piece of honeycomb. We're gonna try this. Hopefully it works and doesn't cause them to draw out wonky comb again. Okay, I think that's gonna work. And I have a bee coming at my veil, expressing her disdain for me at the moment. I'm going to put this back down in here gently, and I'm going to grab my smoker, smoke them, and give them a minute before I do any more. But pretty much what I'm going to be doing is putting this back together. And I'm going to go ahead and just put things back together with my feeding board for now. And then that way, if I do still need to feed them, I can. I don't really see any harm in it. Okay, so now I'll press these together this way and make a little space there. Let's see, right here. Okay, okay. I don't know how long I've been doing this. Probably longer than I realize, but overall, I think I've spent less time on this inspection than the last one. I had a little bit to clean up, but not a ton. I'm gonna grab my small hive beetle traps. And you know what? I'm gonna be honest. I don't know what best placement would be for this. I don't know if it should go on the outskirts of where they're working or right in the middle. So I'm gonna just pick a spot and then research that, and I'll throw that on the screen too. But then I'll just come back and move it if I chose the wrong spot. Now, the beekeeping kit that I've referenced that I've been using came with 2 of these. I'm only going to use one in this because I do have a couple swarm traps out. And if I catch a swarm, I'm going to want one of these for that. So for now, I'm going to just stick with this one. So you just raise it, pour a little vegetable oil in there, and then close it. And then this will go in between the frames. You know what? I'm going to put it right here and see what that does. And that is just outside of where they're working. It's also not where the feeders would be. The feeders would be right around here in the middle. So I think that'll be good. And I'll edit if I was wrong about that. All right, guys, if you made it to the end, I appreciate you, and I hope you maybe learned a few things along the way. Just to recap, I found my queen. They're continuing to draw out comb. I did find eggs, which my understanding would have been within the 1 to 2 day old eggs phase. I didn't see any larvae, but I did see what I think was not quite capped off brood. I think they're capping it. I'm going to research that and throw some information that I found in here when I edit it. Did I say I found my queen? I found my queen. Yay. They say it's best to try to find your queen and know your queen now when your colony is smaller. So definitely know what she looks like. She's in there. She's alive. She's laying. That's good. Again, check out Brittany's Botanical Bling where I have my handmade items and indoor plants. This beekeeping veil is an item that I have on my website for purchase. I have a few different fabric options, and it's real lightweight, 100% cotton fabric, and this is not just fabric mesh. This is like a window screen mesh. It has UV protection, and it's much more sturdy than a fabric mesh would be. I've been really happy with the design of it that I came up with, and I'm happy with it. So I guess that's going to be it for this video and this inspection, and I will catch you in the next one. Bye, guys.